All rise for a prayer followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for yet another successful school year. Please watch over our graduates as they begin their new endeavors and life ahead, and watch over all of our students until fall. Amen.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Miss Emmett, can we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Olsmer,
Here.
Mr. McDonough,
Here.
Mr. Grabowski,
Here.
Mr. Ensland, Mrs. Fiorella,
Here.
Mr. Gadenzi,
Absent.
Mr. Gershi,
Here.
Mr. Hope,
Here.
Mr. Schaefer,
Here.
Dr. Barrett,
Here.
Ms. Felicki,
Here.
Miss Emmett is here, Mr. Gregorski,
Here.
Mrs. Donahue,
Here.
Mr. Pigeon,
Here.
Mrs. Miller,
Here.
Ms. Watson,
Here.
Mrs. LaRosa,
Here.
Mrs. Robinson,
Here.
Mrs. Gregory,
Here.
Mrs. Liptak,
Here.
and Mr. Seaman.
Here.
Mr. President, you have 8 board members.
May I have a motion for item number 5, please?
I move that the minutes of the regular board meeting held on May 8, 2017.
I'd like to second that, please.
Motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Any abstaining? Motion carries. May I have a motion for item number 6, please?
I move to accept the treasurer's report from the general and food service account.
I'll second that.
Motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments?
I'd like to just make a comment. In the treasurer's report this month, we've received a $1.4 million refund from an excess reserve that we had in our health consortium, and that's going directly to our fund balance. So it played a little factor in determining whether or not we're raising taxes for this upcoming fiscal year. The $1.4 million is a big factor as to why we're not going to pay taxes.
Thank you, Mr. Mikulski. All in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Are there any abstaining? Motion carries. May I have a motion for item number 7, please?
I move to approve the bills from the general account, food service, and construction account.
I'll second that.
Motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Are there any abstentions? Motion carries. All right. Item number 8, student recognition. Mr. Gregorski.
Thank you, Mr. President. Tonight I'd like to recognize some athletes and some coaches that we have with us that represented us at the PIAA Track and Field Championships on May 27th at Shippensburg University. The students that are here with us tonight each received a state medal for outstanding accomplishments in their individual events. For the girls pole vault, we have with us Trina Barcarola. She placed in seventh place, clearing a height of 11 feet, which tied a school record. Also, we have members of the girls 4x400 team. We have Samantha Adkavich, Annie Skirpin, Caitlin Henneforth, and Trina Barcarola. They placed 4th place and medaled with a time of 4 minutes, 4 seconds, .83, and that established a new school record. We also have with us Ryan Adkavich. In the 300 hurdles, Ryan placed 2nd and received a silver medal with a time of 39.39 seconds. And also in the pole vault, Ryan finished 1st and was clearing a height of 15 feet and is the first ever state champion for the boys in Western Wayne School history. also like to mention that Ryan was named to Scranton Times Athlete of the Week and to the All-Region and as a track and field player of the year. And the accomplishments of these students and our entire track and field team, wouldn't be able to accomplish, certainly not to the extent they do without the outstanding coaching staff. They're coached by Mr. Justin Collins. Justin was just recently recognized as the girls track and field coach of the year. And his outstanding staff, including Mr. Bob Amos, who's here with us tonight, who's the pole vaulting coach. And also, I'd like to recognize all the members of the coaching staff, Trina Carito, Dave Powarczyk, Corey Foote, Emily Martinkovich, and all the assistants. And they did a fantastic job.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is a very, you make us all very proud, so congratulations to you, your parents, for getting you back and forth to practices. And thank you, Justin, and your coaching staff. Great job.
Mr. President, before we move on, and this is related to the student body as a whole, but recently the Western Wayne High School was recognized by the U.S. News and World Report as a national bronze medalist school and ranked 94th in Pennsylvania as a top performing school. Of the 94 schools ranked in Pennsylvania, only 3 in the area were ranked ahead of us. That's in the surrounding intermediate unit. The rankings are based on state required exams, college readiness index, advanced placement students who are tested and passed exams, mathematics proficiency, and English language proficiency. Referencing test scores specifically, the U.S. News calculates these values based on student performance on a state exit exams and internationally available exams, and for us that serves in for our AP exams. And our school exceeded the Pennsylvania state proficiency averages in English language at 72% and significantly exceeds the Pennsylvania state proficiency average in mathematics at 77%, which is 17% greater than the state average. The rankings and the recognition by the U.S. News and World Report are a credit to the hard work and dedication of our students, of our staff members, and our families in the Western Wayne School community. And I just want to say that we have very much to be proud of. So thank you.
Thank you.
Just to put in perspective for everybody, just in Pennsylvania alone, there's over 950 public high schools. So we placed 94th, puts us in the top %. I mean, that's outrageous. That's incredible. So congratulations, everybody.
Yeah. Mr. McDonough, do you want to present?
I have a trophy here to present to Paul Grigorski for our band. On behalf of the Waymart area parties in the park, our Saturday afternoon Pride and Patriotism Parade for our veterans, they won the most patriotic float. Plus, they're the best out there.
Thank you, Mr. McDonough.
Thank you.
Just comments, congratulations, of course, to the medal winners. I see the ladies there wearing theirs, right? I didn't get to see, what does a gold medal look like?
Yeah, let us see it. We'll give it back.
Amazing, wonderful.
It is amazing, isn't it? Yeah, to all of you, what you did is amazing, really. And the coaching staff is outstanding,
Great job, everyone. You gotta bite it.
So you went with the advertisement, buy gold now for an investment.
It's better to win it.
Yeah, even better, right? Good job. And to all these, again, like Billy said, fantastic. It means so much to the district, what everybody does here, whether it's the band or athletes, just the students, with what you're doing in the school and getting us above and beyond. Our SATs were right at just under 1,000, and we're closing in on Holmesdale and Walton Paul sure we can top them in another year or so also, so great job.
The US News will report it's the only schools in the area to place higher than this.
So we did meet Wayne. They're behind us now. But competition is awesome for your life and everything you do, so good job.
All right, let's move on. Item number 19, is there anyone from the public that would care to address the board? Well, hang on a second, we have someone behind you. Just state your name for the record, please.
Laura Davis, Lake area. I just have a question. It was quite a few board meetings ago now, but you had made some hires and you listed all the salaries, which all of our salaries are a public record, of course. But when it came to the administrative salary, you made a reference to Act 93 rather than listing the salary. And I was wondering why that happened, if it was an oversight or if you just decided not to list it.
They were basically, Act 93 is being approved, hopefully being approved tonight, and the salary scale is set along with that this evening. And that would be made available for public viewing.
Okay. But the person was hired, correct? I mean, they're receiving the salary.
Yes.
Yeah, so just I think in the name of transparency, if you're going to list everybody's salaries, all the teachers' salaries, you probably should have listed that along with it. Awesome.
No, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, ma'am, would you please rise and state your name?
Hi, my name is Kristen Miley, and my daughter is Amanda Miley. She is an 11-year-old fourth grade student in Western Wayne School District, with whom I believe many of you are familiar. First off, I would truly like to express my appreciation for Amanda's IEP support team. Throughout the years, faces have changed, but all of the members of her various IEP teams have worked together in an amazing way to truly try to do best by Amanda. Their commitment and dedication is one of the reasons I am able to stand here now and speak to you tonight. I truly believe our district has the ability, brain power, and willingness to make a difference for the Western Maine students with Down syndrome. Before I get into my idea, I'd like to begin by telling you a little bit about myself as a person and a parent. I have not lived a traditional life. My junior year of college, I spent 3 years studying at the University of Melbourne in Australia. I spent an additional semester at the People's University of China in Beijing. I have traveled extensively in both of those countries, as well as Taiwan and the South Pacific. Additionally, I have traveled in all but 4 states in the U.S., including Alaska, where I lived in both Anchorage and Juneau, working for theater companies. I spent 2 summers at a wilderness survival and mountaineering school in the Wind River Range Mountains in Wyoming. I have worked in both an executive and hands-on capacity helping fledgling companies build their businesses from the ground up, which led to my being the owner-operator of a cafe business for a few years. My last position was as operations manager for the College of New Jersey. And for the past 11 years, I have been a mom, raising both a gifted child and a child with a complex multi-level disability, alongside running my husband's business and slowly working on higher academic goals for myself. Three weeks ago, Amanda was punched in the eye and choked by another student at New Story School. She has repeatedly told of this experience to friends ever since, using the words, "It really hurt and I couldn't breathe." Her repeated retelling of this experience clearly shows that it was a traumatic experience for her. I understand that with the way her behavior was presenting itself 8 months ago in school, that there was no other option than to change her school environment. And by changing her environment and program to New Story, these big behaviors at school have diminished. As far as I've been informed, there has only been 2 instances of crisis behavior since she's been there, and those were months ago. But now what? Where do we go from here? New Story is not an appropriate long-term solution for her. It is not in her best interest as a student in this district. Although her behavior at the school has been a big problem, I don't believe it is the problem. I believe the behavior is a symptom of something that doesn't work for her. Her only means of expressing herself that something isn't right in her program. I think the problem may be the methods with which we are trying to teach her. And being presented with the same methods over and over again must be very frustrating and stressful for her. And she's expressing that through behaviors. Even though she has an individualized program, we are still trying to teach her in the traditional way of typical students with worksheets and papers. She has an equal amount of worksheets from the 8 months of school at New Story as my son has had for his entire year. She is struggling through academically and school is stressing her out. And we are not seeing significant enough academic progress and results to justify the negative experience school has become for her. She has been repeating mostly the same work for years. I believe we have a unique opportunity to develop an innovative and groundbreaking program. This is all new territory. There are no public school programs that I have found specifically designed for children with Down syndrome. Down syndrome is a complex, multi-level disability. It presents on many levels developmentally. We have 4 children with Down syndrome in our elementary schools, who, as things stand, will be in the school system for at least the next decade. The current program is not working for at least 2 of them that I am aware of. And we don't have any definitive answers. We're grasping at straws. We need to, as a district, design a program that meets these children's needs. Amanda does not have the luxury of time to pause her childhood and wait for a program to be developed and proven somewhere else. We have been at this for 4 years already, and she has made very little academic progress. We have a beautiful opportunity to pioneer a much-needed program that, if successful, could serve as a model for other school systems. What this looks like as a whole, I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I have just one piece of the puzzle. We need to do this as a team, a collaborative effort between the school district and the parents. If we all bring our innovative and creative ideas to the table, just imagine what we could create and build. Let's open the conversation with the goal of developing an appropriate academic program which suits the individual and combined needs of our children, helping them to become successful students and reach their greatest potential. A goal to design an innovative program which specifically addresses the common educational challenges we see presenting themselves in our students with Down syndrome. I believe the first step is to figure out how these kids learn, to define what they truly need to learn academically, and then figure out how our children with Down syndrome learn most successfully. I believe a more creative and playful academic method could be key, using multisensory integrated activities. I have many, many ideas on actual activities that could help achieve this. But these are just my ideas. We need collaboration, communication, and conversation. How I see the beginning of developing this program is twofold. First, we add on to the brilliant consortium already in progress by inviting the parents of our 4 children with Down syndrome to come together to discuss their ideas on how their individual children learn, a think tank. Additionally, we can email out to any appropriate resources for their feedback on what we're doing and ask if it would be okay to keep them apprised of our progress as we go, so they can contribute ideas continually as they come up. We can decide to share the work of research into what's happening in other places throughout the country and other educational methods, and then share what we find. Then we start with the workshop to test our ideas, to see if the activities and methods we think may work do actually work. We develop measuring sticks and specific short-term goals, short and long-term goals, to monitor the progress of each child. I also have many ideas on how this can be achieved. This is where we start. And I would just like to leave you with one thought. I'm sure many of you have children. If they grow up and have children of their own, and one of them has Down syndrome, what do you want their educational program to look like? Do you want it to be like, let's just try this, let's try this? Or do you want it to be something that's established and thought out and well considered? Childhood goes so fast. It's been years that we've been going through this, and she is not making enough progress to justify the stress that's happening. And I think there's other ways that she learns. I teach her all the time. She's capable. She knows how to bake a cake. She remembers things. I teach her differently than the school does. And I can add to that, and I don't, like I said, have the answers. But I have a big piece of the puzzle. And I'm willing to come to the table as a community with whoever is willing to try and find something that works. And I have some, what I think are pretty brilliant ideas on activities that I think these kids will actually make some progress and learn. Thank you.
Thank you for your concern. We are obviously very concerned for every district, and we want to make sure that we have the best possible learning environment that we can provide on all levels.
And I see that, and I appreciate that.
We're going to continue to work with you and find that best possible solution we can with the incorporation of the IEP team as well as your ideas as well. We just, Ms. LaRosa did talk to me today. You called her with your concerns
Yes,
earlier.
I wanted to appreciate
She
it.
relayed that to me.
Right.
We will meet moving forward to discuss possibilities, but that has to be something, in certain cases, student-specific, but if there's a program out there that we're not aware of that can assist students, we want to reach out and see if it's going to be a good fit. And we want, as I said, the best possible situation for every kid. Okay?
Thank you. Is there anyone else from the public that would care to address the board? Dr. Chu.
Just a brief reminder that the school board meetings are taped, and the tapes are then sent to YouTube, so you can view them on public.
Thank you. Okay. Before we go on to item number 10, if you guys want to go, now's the time to leave. Thank you very much. Item number 10 is the enrollment report provided for you to review. I have a motion for item number 11, please.
I recommend the Board of Education approve the resignation of board member Andrew J. Cadinzi, effective today, June 12, 2017.
I'll second that.
Motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, before we take the vote, we'll take the vote and then I'll say. All in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Are there any abstentions? Hearing none, motion carries. In an attempt to be fair to all candidates that are seeking election this November for the 2 Region 1 school director positions, the Western Wayne Board of Education will be accepting letters of interest from any resident of Region 1 desiring to complete the remaining term of the vacant board position. Public notices will be posted on the district's website and also placed in the Wayne Independent. Letters of interest will be collected until June 20th.